Yo, what's good everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video. And that Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase was pretty bad for some people out there. But for me, there were two things that just made me so excited to get up in the morning and stream and talk about it and make this video for you guys right now. And that is Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster coming out this year in Japan, early 2021, spring in the West. And also, Shin Megami Tensei 5. We got a brand new trailer, and we also got a confirmation of 2021 and a worldwide simultaneous release, which is just like mind-blown. Atlas, like worldwide release with a Shin Megami Tensei game. Like, that doesn't happen, and that actually happened. This, I think, will be the first time ever in the series, like history. Even with Persona usually always comes out with the vanilla releases, guys. We're not talking about, like, you know, the re-releases or whatever the case is, but like with the normal releases where it's always staggered. It always comes out in Japan first and then here in the West. And I think even all the Persona games for the most part, right? So to see that worldwide is crazy, which we'll talk about in just a bit. When it comes to the actual Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase, I didn't really have high expectations, so I wasn't really disappointed or whatever the case is, right? And I have like a million different games to play. I get it for other people though, so like if you're upset and you're mad, that's cool. I understand it. You can complain. That's good. You guys have at it. You know what I'm saying? Nintendo did say that they will have more of these partner showcases or more directs. So I don't think it's going to be too long between the next one. So if you're upset at this one, maybe the next one will be something that's up your alley. But for me, man, like seeing Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster. This is a game, if you're a Shin Megami Tensei fan, you have been wanting this. Like, this has been like 20 years, 2003. It's been so long since we've gotten anything. You know, we haven't gotten anything when it comes like to the old Shin Megami Tensei games. Atlas doesn't remaster them. They don't put them in HD. So this is a long time coming. And the fact that it's coming to PlayStation 4 and the Switch is even sweeter. It makes this even better. So let's go ahead and get into this news here, and then we'll talk about my baby, Shin Megami Tensei 5. So, Atlas has announced Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster for the PlayStation 4 and the Nintendo Switch. It will launch on October 29th in Japan and spring 2021 worldwide. Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster is based on Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne Maniac's Chronicle Edition, which features the 14 from the Devil Summoner series as replacement for Dante from the Devil May Cry series, who appeared as a guest character in Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne Maniacs. The remaster features improved graphics and gameplay, voiced event scenes, which can be switched on or off, which is really good, normal and hard difficulty settings, because this game was absolutely brutal back in the day, plus the release of merciful difficulty setting as a free downloadable content. Now in Japan, the standard edition of Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster will cost 5,980 yen, and the limited edition, which looks absolutely amazing by the way, and I'm hoping that that comes over to the West, but who knows. But I think it will. Like, Atlas always does like special editions for the West, will cost 13,980 yen. Limited edition includes a copy of the game, 106-page magazine, Akayashi special final issue, 2-disc piano arrange and rare soundtrack CD set of 37 tracks, plus the Amala Tenriko Aroma Lamp and Vortex case. Pre-orders will open on July 21st at 12 JST, which you should be able to import it, and it will work on any Switch worldwide. It just won't be in English, so might have to just struggle with that if you want to play the game early. Now, Atlas also announced it will host a Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster announcement commemoration Megami Tensei live stream featuring live gameplay on July 23rd at 19:30 JST. You'll be able to watch it on YouTube and Twitter, which I'll be checking that out for sure. And here's a little bit of an overview of the game. So it's been 17 years since the original release of Shin Megami Tensei 3, known in the US as Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. Now, the apocalyptic legend returns in full high-definition remake of the classic game, coming to Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4 in spring 2021, and I will be copying both of the versions of the game because I am a huge fan of Atlas, and I'm a huge fan of them releasing games on Switch and PlayStation, and I'm a huge fan of them taking their classic catalog and bringing that back. That's exactly what we want from Atlas. We want to see that classic catalog, and for them to finally do something. This is their first classic Shin Megami Tensei game that they are remaking in HD. The first one That is amazing. That is so good. This should have been like PS3, but we're finally getting it at this point, and it's not going to be too long now with it. It's not going to be too long. Japan's getting it this year. We're getting it early 2021, so we don't get the announcement. You know, we pretty much get like, hey, here's some gameplay. You know, here's a trailer, whatever. Here's some screenshots, and the game is coming out in less than a year. That is new for Atlus, and that is good. That is a good thing, and this, I did not know about it. I knew maybe that we could get Shin Megami Tensei 5 because of what Nintendo said about the Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase, but I had no idea. I had no idea about this game here, Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne coming over, HD remaster. This is exactly what I've been wanting. This is my favorite classic Shin Megami Tensei game, is Nocturne. My favorite one out of all the old school ones and everything. Heck, even if you want to throw in Persona old school there, Persona 1, 2, maybe not Persona 3. I love Persona 3, but it kind of might be like right up there with it. But Nocturne is so good, and it's brutal. The fact that they're going to have multiple difficulty levels, it can get more people into the game. I am feeling it. Shulk. No Shulk here, but I'm feeling it with this one here, man. So I am so excited for it, and I cannot wait. And then the big one, the albatross, the huge one. Shin Megami Tensei 5 finally, after how many years, announced back in January of 2017, we get an actual trailer for the game. It looks like it's going to be rendered, right? They rendered it with Unreal Engine 4, so it's going to be the in-game cutscenes for the game. We didn't see any actual like combat of the gameplay, but I would think, based off of the time that they're taking for this game, based off of Unreal Engine 4, based off of everything that they showed off with that trailer, it looks like it's a grand scale game. It is not a small scale game like Shin Megami Tensei 4, you know, made for the Nintendo 3DS, which it's a big game in its own right, but obviously not up to the level of a Persona 5, for example, or Persona 5 Royal, or whatever the case is, right? So they actually took the time to make this game huge. They took the time to make this game really big. It is going to be a big scope and skill game, and it looks amazing. I love the design and the art and what they showed off from it. It looks like they're just saying, yo, this is going to be, you know, the Nintendo Switch's Persona series. Because if you don't know, Persona is actually a spin-off from Shin Megami Tensei. Now, Persona is more popular and sells more, and more people say, give us this. But Shin Megami Tensei came first, and it's really good. Many people say, well, maybe not many, but a lot of people say that, hey, it's just as good, if not better, than Persona. Now, I'm not sure if I'm in that camp because I love both of them almost as equally, but Persona 5 Royal is super, super good. So it's like, it's hard to beat that, you know? But this game, Shin Megami Tensei 5, might be up to that level. Honestly, it's looking so good. Now, I wanted to go over a couple things that Atlus had to say on the matter with this game as I salivate over the gameplay once again, or over the trailer once again. It's really good. I'm just glad that we're finally getting something here. So, Shin Megami Tensei 5 will launch for the Nintendo Switch in 2021 as a simultaneous global release, publisher Atlus announced. Here's a little bit of overview of the game. The next numbered entry in Atlus's beloved Shin Megami Tensei series is coming exclusively to Nintendo Switch. In this epic role-playing game, order itself has crumbled and chaos reigns over all. Shin Megami Tensei 5 will have a simultaneous global launch on Nintendo Switch in 2021. They want to make sure that they let us know about that because Atlus has been horrible with that in the past. Now, you guys are checking out the trailer here. The game is looking really good. And yes, like, I'm frustrated just a little bit with Atlus because of how long it's taken. But after watching that trailer, they really kind of said, okay, this is going to be something that's way bigger than what we thought beforehand. Because if you look at it, their older trailers, they didn't render the game like that. Those were kind of like gameplay / in-game trailer cinematics, and they didn't look anywhere near as good. They weren't gameplay, what we saw beforehand, right? And you can clearly tell the scope and scale of the story has been increased since we saw the second trailer for the game where they announced that it is coming over to the West. So there was one trailer at the very beginning in 2017, and I think later in 2017, or was it 2018, they revealed another trailer saying that it's coming to the West at some point, and that's all we've gotten. So we haven't heard about anything from this game in like a year and a half / 2 years or something like that, right? So from what we saw before to this point, it seems like they've just been increasing the scale, increasing it, and making it to where it can stand up to Persona 5 Royal, and what we saw on the PlayStation 4. So the fact that we got what we got there, man, like, I want to see the game. Obviously, we have to see the gameplay and kind of how it looks and everything, but you can just tell that the scope, based off of the trailers so far. It's just escalated and escalated, and I love what they're doing here. All of the chaos reigns. You're going to be the person that kind of saves it, or maybe you don't save it. You know, there's dark storylines in Shin Megami Tensei, and to everybody who's just kind of like, well, I don't know about it, I've never played, really try out Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. That game is amazing. It's coming. There's no excuse, I guess, not to get into Shin Megami Tensei now because they have easier difficulties for the game. Get into it. If you like RPGs, turn-based RPGs, you're going to love Shin Megami Tensei. I cannot stress how good it is for RPG fans out there. If you're a big fan of RPGs, this is where it's at. Back in 2003, man, I didn't know what I was getting myself into when I played Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. I was like, what is this? You know, I just saw the box art and stuff, and I thought it looked cool, and then read a couple things online back in the day. I was like, all right, I'll try this out, and man, I was in for the craziest ride. Heck, I don't even remember because it was so long ago, so I didn't replay the game or anything. I just played it once, so I'm going to go into this pretty much fresh, but knowing some of the characters, but I'm not hardcore. Like, I didn't beat it like a million times like some people out there or anything. So, man, I'm excited for that. And, of course, finally, to get the release, window for Shin Megami Tensei when people thought it was vaporware. So people thought this game was dead, that there was nothing more of it. And I was like, no, just hold on, guys. They're just getting it ready. They're trying to render these demons and get things going. People thought it was dead, but the fact that it's back is cool. So that was really dope about the Nintendo Direct Mini. Now, like I said before at the beginning, like, the rest of it was not very good. I don't think the show overall, if you look at everything, was good. Like, obviously, there wasn't more stuff, but apparently Nintendo's going to have more showcases. They actually said that there's going to be more, and I wasn't really having, like, super high expectations, and the fact that we got a Nocturne HD remaster out of it is just, like, blew my mind. And Shin Megami Tensei 5, which I knew could be there, I'm glad that we finally got that locked up, simultaneous worldwide, not in Japan first, and then the rest of the world, like Nocturne's doing. So good on that as well. So what were you guys' thoughts about Shin Megami Tensei 5, also about the Nocturne HD remaster, plus about the Nintendo Direct? Whatever you guys want to talk about, let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Check out the links in the description. We've got Twitter. Go and give us a follow on there. Stay up to date on all the latest gaming news and information. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you can. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.